Okay, new material time and increased difficulty time. So yeah, we got longer legato lines here or runs. So first half, starting here on that A note, just climbing up, hammer-ons into the pull-offs, right back down, and then up part of the way again with the hammer-ons, and then jump over here to the B notes. Same idea. Finish with that A. So here we go. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 2. So this one, we're going to start using some slides. It'll be a little hard to see the way Guitar Pro's got this set up, but right there, a tiny little diagonal line, and then right there, the SL, that's your slide. So we got a slide here, here, and here. So basically, got the hammer-ons into the pull-offs. So once we get down to where we started, we then slide up into some hammer-ons. And then same idea is going to happen here. So start back on the A note there, 10th fret on the B string. So hammer-on into the pull-offs. When you get back to where you started on that part, you slide up into some hammer-ons. Same idea for the ending. Starting on 12 or the B notes, hammer-on into the pull-offs. When you get back to where you started that phrase, you slide up into the hammer-ons. Here we go. So yeah, with number 1 and this one, you got these places with the quarter notes. So if you want to split things up into smaller pieces to make it easier to get under your fingers, that's fine. In fact, it's a great idea. So like work on the first half of number 1 by itself and the second half by itself is a great thing to do. And then each like 3-bar grouping here for number 2, that'd also be a good one to separate in that way. I swear I cannot talk sometimes. Basically, you can work that up by itself, this up by itself, that up by itself is a great idea. Work this up by itself, great idea. Same thing with that. And then, once you work things up with the individual pieces, then you put them all together. And then, yeah. All right, here we go. Number 2, 60 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 120, 1, 2, 3. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Okay, chords. Next thing to do. This one was going to be really about filling things out. So I gave a bit of a preview for this last time. At least I think I did. So yeah, we are starting. Basically, where your index finger can be on the 12th fret there is where we're starting. Doing a root position triad. So in this case, yeah, we got the D minor. I think I played major on accident there. So what we do is we're going to move one note to go into a second inversion next. So we're going to take the root notes and lower that down to the next note in key. So that would give us an F over C. And then we're going to move the middle notes into a first inversion, giving us A minor over C. So let's start that again. So we got the root position chord, right? Lower the bottom note. Lower that down to the next note in key. Then you lower the middle note to the next note in key. Now, to start the next bar, we lower the top note, the highest note, to the next note in key, which puts us back in a root position triad. And then lower the middle note, lower the bottom note, then the middle note, then the top note. Whoops, being diminished there. And then we lower the bottom notes, we lower the middle notes, we lower the top note. Bottom, lower, bottom, middle, top, and then bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top will take us down to an octave below where we first started. So run through that, get comfortable with it, and kind of pay attention to what's happening. And then I have the very first chord started for each new section, or basically you're going to start on the A, or not the A string, the E string, the low E string for the next set. And then you start on the A string, and then start on the D string, and then the G string. I also would like you to put in the corresponding Roman numeral, the correct Roman numeral going along with the chord. And there's patterns involved with it. I'm not going to point out what that pattern is happening with the numbers, but see if you can figure out how the numbers are going. Because there is a pattern that happens. And it just loops again and again. I think that about covers it. So yeah, every time that you do this correctly, when you reach the last chord of a set, like when you're starting on the low E string, so we'll start on the low E string, if you do everything correctly, you will wind up with the same chord an octave lower. Every time, you'll end up same chord an octave lower. All right, any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again in your new videos.